Okay, so what we have here today is Peugeot 301. So we are going to do some repair here. As you can see, the cylinder head is up. So what happened was I observed, I remember I did some work on this car not long ago. So I observed when engine is cold, if you start the car, it will emit bluish smoke, which eventually goes away after the engine must have run for a few seconds or minutes, maybe a minute or two. So we decided to deal with the valve stem cells first. So because of that, we removed the cylinder head. So we are changing the cells. So this is cylinder head, and as you can see, this is the engine model EC5 engraved on the right side of it. So if you are looking for casing, you are wondering how to identify cylinder head between this and TU5 JP4. You can see it here, but of course you have to remove the timing cover to see that. And it has other easier way of identification, like the VVT cylinder that is attached behind. So anyway, so far there's no sign of wear here. So in that case, we want to believe the pistons and the rings are still okay. The cylinder walls are still intact. However, the gasket has started failing. You can see sign of burn here. So it has started burning. I don't know why. Anyway, so we are replacing the head gasket anyway. And also the timing belt and auxiliary belt. So the thing is, the engine, they've done combination. So the engine block is that of TU5 JP4, the bottom part, while the upper part is the EC5, which is common in 301. So update as the work progress. Okay, so we are changing the auxiliary belt tensioner. Change the auxiliary belt tensioner. But I think the timing one is okay. Timing belt tensioner is okay, but the auxiliary belt tensioner, I'm changing it. The roller is okay. This is the timing roller is okay. The auxiliary belt tensioner is wobbling. At least the roller is even wobbling, so we just buy the tensioner, change it. I hope this bond is not as a result of this combination TU5 JP4 button with the EC5 cylinder head. Anyway, we are changing it. We'll buy the OEM, and so also replacing. There's a hose here. That connects the radiator to the water coolant reservoir here. So we change that hose. Meanwhile, the cylinder head has gone. They brought the valve stem cells, so they're taking the cylinder head with the valve stem cells to go and swap it. And so, of course, they will service the cylinder head to make sure it works well. Now, this is the catalyst. It's still there. Nothing wrong. So, the catalyst is still in good condition. It's not blocked. Okay, so now this should be there's a sensor attached on the bottom part of the engine block. It's cut off, so most likely will not work with the EC5 wiring harness. So that's why it's cut off. Remember, this is TU5 JP4 engine block. So this should be for oil level. Should be for the oil level. Yeah, This is the oil pressure sensor, which is here. So this one should be for oil level. I don't know why, unless this vehicle doesn't have that function on the instrument panel to show you the oil level. The other was to confirm that the oil level is okay. Anyway, so it has to be manually checked since it couldn't match. I don't even know. I didn't see the connector. Yeah. So this it has to be only manually checked without the DC to be sure the oil level is okay. Now eventually, all I will do is maybe when I come across another 301 that this is connected, then I will find out even the connector, to see the connector, or if I see 301 that they will not change the engine block to T5JP for them, I'll see if I can find the connector and see if this can be swapped in to make it work. Okay, so that's it for now. So the timing belt we are using, we've done the counting of the teeth. It's 134, which is I believe is for the TU5JP4. So that's what I'm going to use. Changing the auxiliary belt as well. So
okay.
So that's it. Okay, so we'll keep you guys updated. Okay, so the parts have arrived. Meanwhile, these are the camshafts with the camshaft boxes. So this is the head gasket. This is the Peugeot part number 02091E. So this should be for the TU5JP4 engine, since the block is TU5JP4. So this is the timing belt. So this is the part number 98293047080. So they didn't write the number of the teeth here, but let me check it out. So the written somewhere here. So this is gate. So the belt is 13 here. 76134. So this is the number of teeth. So this is the correct size. And this is the OEM auxiliary belt 5750WZ. Let's see the first number. It's also gate 60K 60K 1069. 60K 1069. So this is the coolant line. This is a coolant line that connects the radiator to the coolant reservoir. So this should be for the auxiliary belt tension. So this is not OEM. So this is the one available in the market. Okay, so the current one on the car is already bad. Even the roller is already working. The roller on it. So I think this will serve for a while, or much longer. But the point is, if OEM is not available, at least I know this one serves. It's better you use a new one, and even if you don't use it as long as the OEM, let's assume OEM is supposed to serve at least 4 years. So this one, if you serve it 2 years before you replace it, then better. Okay, so that is it for parts. Something else I forgot to mention. Because the valve stem seals were weak, it really messed up the, you can see excess carbon. So we're going to scrape it off, so that I had to move out from the music so it doesn't affect copyright. So I'll show you guys. Is there another thing I needed to show you? But I can't go there now because that music is going to mess up this video. I won't be able to publish it. So but I think that's all. So this one they use silicone gasket maker, and it didn't leak actually. You can see. So hopefully the next one we use will not leak. Okay. Alright, so we update later. Okay, so we mounted the new head gasket, then clean decarbonize the pistons. So this is the cylinder head. We decided that the valve stencils have been changed. So soon we'll be mounted, and the rest of work will continue. Okay, so the cylinder has been mounted, so the work is just done. Even the timing done, the timing belt has been mounted. So this was actually the last video. It's almost dark, so eventually the cylinder head will be covered, and yeah, then we'll call it a day. Oh, by the way, we will change the camshaft ourselves. The numbers are for the exhaust camshaft is 3857, while the intake camshaft is 3957. So alright, so that's almost that. So I don't think because of the silicone gasket maker, we're not starting the car this night. We need to let it to dry up to start the car. So that means the car will have to stay out till tomorrow. So we start it. Alright. So if there's any more need for me to update, that will be tomorrow. Other than that, this might be the last update for the repair. So recap, the valve stem seals were repaired because engine emit blue smoke when cold, or cold start. Engine will emit blue smoke when it's cold. When the engine is cold and you start it for the first time, or if you leave the engine for some hours and start it, yeah, it will do that. So decided to start with the valve stem seals, which when we removed the cylinder head, it became obvious that the valve stem seals were weak because the cylinders were not even combustion wasn't properly being done in the combustion chambers. Then even the carbon deposit there was very huge on each of the pistons. So okay, that was for the valve stem seals. Then the head gasket was also showing sign of burn. Even though the car wasn't overheating, so I think probably overheated in the past. I wouldn't know how long or how many times, but that actually left a mark on the gasket. So now that we remove the gasket, put the OEM gasket. So then the camshaft oil seals, there too, we are weak. Actually, especially one, and I noticed the one there wasn't the actual size on the intake. So now we put actually like I mentioned earlier, what we have there is 3857 for the exhaust camshaft, while for the intake, now intake is supposed to be 3950. So we searched, It took us for about 2 hours. We couldn't get that at 9:50. So what we now found was the closest was like 38.50, 40.50. So 40.50 will make it too much. So it's most make it to leak much faster. So say okay, let's try use 38.50 for the intake, which is at least closest. It's better to be a little bit more tight than loose. If it's loose, then it will leak much faster. But it's a little bit tight, yeah. It's just that over time it will now become clear. So so that's why we now use 38.50 for the two camshaft sprockets. There's nothing we could do about it. No other place here in the town. We searched, made calls, and nobody could get that at 9:50. Unfortunately, for anybody doing this, do not rely on what your technician says, because I had to insist. They were all saying everybody was using 40.50 for both camshafts sprockets, which is wrong. It's supposed to be 38.50 or 39.50. So they were using 40.50, which means you will be having leakage issue every now and then. So okay, so that is it for the camshaft sprocket sales. What else? So put a new timing belt OEM. The other timing keys like the auxiliary, no, timing roller, timing tensioner, they are okay. Water pump, okay. So so that's timing side is sorted. The auxiliary belt side, but we're putting a new OEM as well. New OEM auxiliary belt, then the tensioner replaced, auxiliary belt tensioner is replaced. So and the tensioner is replaced with new one, not OEM though. So what else? Can't think of any other thing. Oh, there's this pipe that goes from the radiator to the coolant reservoir or coolant tank. So that one too, I think was partially broken before. So we actually decided to change it this time around. So yeah. Then of course we bought some RTV guns, RTV silicon gasket maker for coupling of the cylinder head and the rest, and including the cover. Yeah. Okay, so then we bought well, washed the cylinder head before it was mounted. So, I think basically that's it. So I think we're going to call it a day. Now it's almost done. Let's want to complete the job now so that tomorrow can start. Okay, so okay, no video. So yeah, the engine is running now. So we are traveling. However, the second engine light is on. So we want to start the vehicle to know what triggered it. So then from there, at least with the AC is running. So it's stable so far. So we'll do that and then so far it's working. Okay. So I'm back on the 301 now. So plug in the scan to see why the check engine light popped up. Okay. So Okay. Uh, it seems some of these faults are old. I think since the engine, there was a time they disconnected the sensor, switch on ignition, it now popped up all these faults. Um, so, so what I'm going to do now is to clear the faults because they are basically all intermittent faults, temporal faults, all of them. This is IAT sensor. The motorized throttle bodies, they're all temporal faults, misfire, temporal faults, inlet camshaft diffuser, temporal fault. So I'm going to clear the fault. Oh, by the way, let me just snap it. I like doing that. Whenever I'm diagnosing, I take a picture, the code, the error code, so that by the time I clear it, and hold on. So let me position this very well. Okay. Alright, so okay, so let's clear the fault, start the car, then see how it behaves. Alright. The code is refusing to go away. Can see the check engine light is still on. Okay. Okay, so let's find out why that code is still on. No fault found. How come? No fault found. Why is it not saying the no fault found? You gotta be kidding me. Okay, let me just clear the fault. Even though there's nothing to clear anyway, so why? Not going away. Why? Okay, let's see why. Is it because I'm in the engine ECU? That's why the check engine light is on. But normally, let's see. Yes, okay. Let's clear some of this fault on the BSI. Still not going away. Why? Why? I wonder what's going on. When there's no other fault. start. Let's try it again. If we continue, then there could be some electrical issues. No fault. Okay. All right. Let's figure out. I need to figure out why this is going on. We'll start the car. Let it run for a while. I'll probably drive the car. We scan to see why. And then get back to you guys. Let me switch off the battery and put it back. Let's see what happens. So what I'm going to do now is to I disconnected the battery, put it back, started the vehicle, was still doing the same thing. So I was like, let me start to clear all the faults on all the ECUs and see if it will solve the problem. So right now I'm on the transmission ECU. You can see communication error between the automatic gearbox and engine management. So let me clear the fault, but actually it's not permanent. So let's see if that goes away. So no fault again, because I did the rescan. I mean, no fault, and you can see the engine ECU here, no fault. So I've cleared BSI. Some 3 faults refuse to go away. I don't think there's any other fault that's supposed to. Let me start the car again, see what happens. Okay, it's done. So it's the transmission ECU fault that refused to allow the engine ECU fault to go. Alright. So now you know. Kind of weird. But I know I worked on this car before. But there was no need for me to ever go to transmission ECU to clear any fault for the check light to go, because I know other times the check light will be there. Clear it directly, it takes care of it. But now it has solved the problem anyway. So let's scan the engine ECU again. Yeah, so no fault. So that is sorted. Okay, so few things that I need to see addressed. I don't know if something that can be addressed today. This cover will need to be dealt with. It's not good for it to stay open like this. We need to figure out what to do about this. Staying open, anything can enter inside and damage the belt. And so next will be the thermostat. From the look of things, there's no thermostat on this one. I mean the cooling system thermostat. So something I have to discuss with the owner. Yeah, there's no thermostat. Just few seconds, minutes. It wasn't even up to 2 minutes the engine run. Look at both hoses are hot. No thermostat. So remember, this is the one that's thermostat is actually integrated inside the housing. So it's part of the thermostat, the housing. So you can't change the thermostat. The thermostat is not independent of the housing. So if you're changing it, if I get to change the housing. My only concern is this thermostat for this EC5. I don't know if these are truly genuine ones. Because the one on 307 is T5JP for those specific ones. I know I bought it like 3 times out of the 3 times, one of them, is it all the two failed after like 100-kilometer drive or 200 or maximum. Okay, let's say 500 maximum. It wasn't up to that. Within 2-3 days of buying, they all failed. So I remember, because they are part of the housing, so basically you have to throw them away. So what I now did in that case was I had to now use that aluminum or cast thermostat, the one that has independent thermostat, you can remove and put in. So I don't know if that type can fit in here. That's the one I would recommend to the owner to use. But then it's a different thing. Yeah, it's something that one have to. You have to consider that option. These two options. Risk the new one that may fail after days of usage or last. Or make an attempt to see if that because that one comes with huge 5 duty points. It might work, it might not work. So that is it for this one. And there's not something that will be done today, even if the owner wants to do it today. You have to, because right now the cool system is running with water, so it's supposed to run it with water for some days, 7 days or so, to be sure the cool system can pass, no leakage anywhere, before we now drain the water and pour coolant. So maybe at the point of changing to coolant, then we can replace the thermostat. Whichever option you only want to find out first, so remove this one and then bring the aluminium one or the cast one, look at them to see if it match. If you cannot match, then you have to get rid of it. And hopefully you might risk the new one. So far so good. So I'm going to take it for a drive and see if there's any other thing apart from this. Alright.